So you want to be a success. Well, are you checking off all the boxes? Why don't we go over some of the things that you need to check off right now? Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And I read an article by a gentleman named, it's hard for me to pronounce, Ayudeji Awosika, A-W-O-S-I-K-A, and it's a brilliant article. Essentially what it is a checklist of things that you need to be able to do in order to be a success. Let's go over some of them now, and we'll go over some of them the next time we get together. All right? First one, write your goals down. I know that seems very basic, but there's a basic and mind-body connection that occurs when you physically commit to a goal by writing it down. It gives it clarity, and you have to be very clear if you write something out in a sentence. Otherwise, it's not a sentence. Does that make sense? So write your goals down. You'll galvanize your objective with your physical body. Get as many quick wins as you possibly can. The key thing is, many people have a vision, a big dream, and they look at it and it seems like so far away. There are so many things that you need to do. As we've said many times, get to the starting line and start making some progress. Start off with something easy so you can get a couple of wins. Get momentum. Big Mo is a key in your ability to become a success. Follow the rule of two. What's the rule of two? Everybody is going to foul up, mess up, screw up, however you want to say it, in certain aspects. But make a rule for yourself. If you screw up once, don't do it again. All right? See the mistake that you made, follow the rule of two, make sure that it only happens one time. Fourth, find compelling reasons to achieve your goals. The more compelling reason, the why, your Y chromosome behind your goals, the more likely you are to follow through. It's kind of as simple as that. All right? Make sure that your why is strong. Make sure you have compelling reasons to do something. And sometimes those compelling reasons are, well, if I don't do it, this is what's going to happen. So find compelling reasons to get the job done. Sometimes it's a good idea, and I'm not a big believer in this per se. I mean, my purpose behind these videos is to give some direction to my son Eli and you so that he can live a life that is very productive and become successful in whatever endeavor he pursues. But sometimes, and that's a positive. Now, sometimes you want to use a negative scenario. And the simplest way to say that is you become sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sometimes that can be a very useful motivation for you. Be realistic in your objectives. Don't be bragging about things that you haven't accomplished yet. Keep your goals to yourself until you reach them. Does that make sense? I mean, move forward, be humble, have that positive mental attitude in your own mind, but when you're with other people, say what your vision is, but don't be bragging about how well you've done. I mean, we see that right now with a certain person that lives on Pennsylvania Avenue. We've done a great job. We've done a phenomenal job. The hell you have. All right? The numbers of people that have the virus right now and the numbers of deaths that we have does not indicate that you've done a great job. So you got to be realistic. Don't brag about stuff that you haven't already done. Also, with that in mind, you need to continually brainwash yourself. Brainwashing when you use that term, has kind of a negative connotation to it. But brainwashing is also positive. See yourself, feel it, smell it, taste it, touch it. Feel yourself in that winning circumstance that you're envisioning. Does that make sense? Because when you do that, you're sending out, first of all, the vibes to the infinite mind to get some help, and you're also at the same time pushing yourself forward because you're making progress, and the law of inertia, getting yourself in motion, moving in the right direction, is such a key element of success. Momentum is such a key thing, and brainwashing yourself to a certain end result is critical. Stop looking for examples in the real world. Why is that important? Because once again, look at the data, look at the numbers. We're divided up 95% unsuccessful, 5% successful. 1 out of 20 people is successful. If you're looking for examples in the real world, you're going to have to look really, really hard unless you find yourself, quote unquote, the mentor that you can model. And most people get caught in that 95% group because they conform to their surroundings. I can't do anything about it. This is a scenario. There isn't anything that I can do. Stay away from those people and stay away from that kind of thinking. Focus on one thing at a time. Singleness of purpose. We've talked about this ad nauseum on this channel, and other people talk about it all the time as well, but it's so true. You always want to have a primary goal that you want to focus on every day, every week, every month, every year. What is it that you're focusing on right now? When you have that singular focus, things around you will start to relate to that. You will get help from outside sources that you couldn't even imagine. You'll get mind flashes when you have that singleness of purpose. Once again, we have in the neighborhood of 60,000 or so thoughts every day. If you don't single one out, you're not sending the vibe out there that you need help in that one particular area. Stop multitasking. Start focusing on one particular objective. Keep track of what you're doing. And, you know, one of the things when you're building momentum that helps you to get along is to kind of mark off the calendar and say, I did this today, I did that today, and every single day you see yourself accomplishing something positive towards reaching your goal. It's kind of like, you know, somebody that has a streak, you know, as a let's say as a football player, you know, I played 100 games in a row, and it's easy to get injured playing football, isn't it? All right, you played 100 games in a row, and then you have that injury, and you're saying, well, I'm not sure. The fact that you have that streak going is what gives you that special extra impetus to continue moving forward. So get yourself on a winning streak, and the fact that you're keeping that vision alive, that you're keeping your why right there in front of you, that you're focused on one single thing, and the fact that you've got the streak, that's another thing to be proud of, that you want to continue, will help you to continue onward and not get stuck where people say, oh, that's a roadblock I can't overcome. Get yourself with a streak where you're moving. Understand that hesitation is not a good thing. It's, you know, hesitating and anxiety causes, it's mentally taxing. And you know, you once you make it, one of the biggest things that gets people going is once they make a decision and they get married to that decision, then they're able to overcome small potholes. You know, even using the marriage as an example, right? You've made that commitment, you're married. You know, nobody's marriage is 100% perfect. Take it from me, all right? But nobody's marriage is 100% perfect. But the fact that you've made that commitment will help you to overcome the little bumps in the road that are going to occur. And you know what? They are definitely going to occur. So, giving you 12 things right now today. Next time we get together, I'm going to give you some more. These are things that you want to check off on your list when you check all the boxes. You want to be that guy from Star Trek, Mr. Chekhov. And because we will never end a meeting on a philosophical note, let's get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.